What's up? We're coming in from Mining Disrupt 2025. I'm super excited to be here with Tim.
I'm excited to be here with Dante.
Dude, this is awesome. Honestly, I was super. I was sad, just family stuff and other things that I couldn't come to Bitcoin Investor Week. But I know that's kind of in your backyard, and that was an awesome event as well. So
yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, seemed like it.
Yeah.
You were probably one of the 15 people that could get into Pubkey because I know it was pretty exclusive up there, at least at that event. So
yeah, there were a lot of people hanging out at Pubkey, and you said, you just went in, ate cheeseburgers, and just talked to everybody. You turned around and you saw somebody else you knew, and then they introduced you to somebody else, and it's like a nice big family in there. So that's fun.
All right, let's get super nerdy because
Okay,
I like to go underneath of the surface level.
Yeah.
I just read this book by this guy named Steve HODLing. He's like a land acquisition guy, and that's how he made his wealth. Yeah. And he made his wealth. I think he lives in Dallas, Texas, and he's done some cool deals. This is kind of the world that you come from, right? You're kind of in the Bitcoin space now, and there's a couple of guys. There's a couple of bridges there, like Land Bridge, right? But like Murray Stahl, Texas Pacific Land Corp. Like, talk about those two worlds coming together, because everyone's big gripe in Bitcoin from a land or acquisition standpoint is it doesn't have cash flows. It doesn't have royalties. So as a guy who's made his career and is living on that side, how do you integrate, what I say, the ground coming to the cloud, if you will, with minerals and Bitcoin and that side?
Yeah. So talking of being nerdy, literally this morning someone said, talking about accounting or something with Bitcoin, like out to 8 decimal places. Well, when I get a division order for a well I'm in, a natural gas well, an oil well, from the operator, it goes out 8 decimal places.
Oh, wow.
So, that's like, on the math side, Bitcoin and oil and gas could not be more similar, which might be surprising to someone that's just like, I don't know, I like to have natural gas to cook food, right? But in the same way, to your point of you need cash flow, or you want cash flow, like with the funds that I run, my investors want quarterly cash flow with their quarterly report.
Yeah.
And so like helicoptering yourself into like right in front of where they're going to drill a well is like part art, part science.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I hope we're about to get to with Bitcoin, where there's more reputable places where you can borrow against your Bitcoin right now.
Sure.
But like certainly as banks are able to come in and you can get like that rate chopped in half, and we're talking, depending on who you're working with, I don't want to be too aggressive, but like 3, 4, 5, 6% interest.
Yeah.
I think that's going to change the game, and it's going to take it from, okay, it's digital gold, I get it, but I just like buy it and it just sits there.
Just sits there,
like, then it's not cash flow, but you can do something with it. And I think that's maybe the closest analogous part between oil and gas and Bitcoin, and at least maybe the place and time where we are right now.
It's money in motion, right? It's that thing that Michael Saylor talks about, the refining or the harvesting the volatility, the kind of the JP Morgan slide that he had, and how they refined it into other products downstream. Man, that's super interesting that you kind of wear that hat. And how has it been, before you got into the Bitcoin side? Were you like in front of a mic? Did you always wear an orange tie? Like, where did that?
There were no orange ties in my closet until last October.
Oh, yeah.
Some people call it October.
Dude.
I always hope it's October.
It's always up. It's always up. We know what it is.
So I got into Bitcoin in the beginning of 2021 and just tried to consume content.
Yeah.
And there wasn't as much content out there back in, even just a couple years ago. You had Breedlove and a couple others just kind of,
it
just
was
doing
Pomp,
what they,
it was McCormick. It was like, it wasn't that as proliferated as it is now, right?
So I was trying to learn, just trying to engage with the community, and to now be able to learn what's going on the corporate side with companies literally putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet. It's an exciting time, and
Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm super excited. And you know what I'm also interested to see? Like the MicroStrategy bros, the True North, like you guys are kind of the leading edge in terms of options, strategy, more traditional hedge fund strategies in the Bitcoin space through MicroStrategy and IBIT options and other things that people are playing now. But like the real traders,
GameStop,
that's what I'm saying. Like everyone's like the MicroStrategy bros are like, no, the real traders, like the goats in this whole trading game are like on GameStop. I'm interested to see how those guys are going to come in, guys and gals, into the space. Like what is that going to do in terms of volatility, call options, out of the money? What do you see with GameStop that could be the same or different than MicroStrategy?
I think really the community aspect of it, right? MSTR, MicroStrategy, it's a meme stock in the most complimentary way.
Yeah.
Obviously, GameStop is the meme stock.
It's the meme, yeah.
So, like, what will be interesting to see, we'll have to do like an hour on this.
Yeah.
But a point that Tad actually brought up last night is you have Sailor out there, Bitcoin Jesus, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he's doing an amazing job. Can Ryan Cohen be in a similar role where you're really towing that line of like Bitcoin is love and being as non-controversial while being true to what you're doing as possible?
Yeah.
That would be amazing, and that's what we hope. But even if they can just really, based on the convertible offering yesterday, it looks like they're about to step into this MicroStrategy playbook sort of GameStop era.
Yeah.
And highly encourage people to go listen to True North because there's a lot of nuggets in there. But even just there's some chatter today online about, well, why aren't they deploying the cash? What's this convertible debt offering? Well, if you do the convertible debt offering number and you do the cash number, it's actually like a 31% leverage ratio, which is,
for sure,
20-30% is what strategy tries to get. Like it all makes sense when you really study it. So really interesting.
It's going to be awesome. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Super cool.
Need liquidity without having to sell your Bitcoin? For more than 6 years now, Ledn has been the trusted choice for Bitcoin-backed lending with transparency, security, and trust at their core. I absolutely love these guys, and I personally have not only an account with them, but also a loan. And some of the key features that I love about Ledn is the fact that there are no monthly payments. You pay at the end of the term. You also have the ability to roll over the loan as well, and you can pay it back whenever you want. Essentially what they do is that they help their clients unlock the liquidity of their BTC, allowing you to HODL while still accessing the wealth of your Bitcoin. They've been battle tested with their focus on transparency, security, and trust, allowing them to build a proven track record of client success and security, helping tens of thousands of clients harness the value of their digital assets with confidence and peace of mind. Learn more about what your BTC can do for you. Check out Ledn.io today.